Today is day 20 of coding every day until I get employed. So today, I decided to look at, oh, you're looking at me try all these problems, but I decided to look at this LeetCode problem, uh, LeetCode 1657, determine if two strings are close. And for this problem, I ended up getting another solution from somewhere else, but I didn't really like the solution mainly because mine ran faster. But it was a lot shorter, but I think this honestly makes more sense because it just made use of a library I wasn't familiar with a lot better. But it was the same concept, just written differently. So, yeah, the problem. Two strings are considered close if you can attain one from the other using the following operations. Operation 1, swap any two existing characters. For example, A, B, C, D, E, and A, E, C, D, B. We just ended up swapping those, the B and the E, to get them to be the same. Or Operation 2, transform every occurrence of one existing character into another existing character, and do the same with the other character. So the example, we have A, A, C, A, B, B, and we end up just turning the A's to B to get you B, B, C, B, A, A. So after that, you can use the operations on either strings as many times as necessary. So yeah, and so basically you just want to return true if using these two operations you can get the same string, and false if not. And so when looking at this problem, I guess my mindset was trying to like kind of avoid thinking about the problem too literally, which kind of seems a little weird, but I guess you want to not necessarily think about how you can take a string and do operation like these two operations on it to get this string, because even though that's kind of how it's formatted, it's almost kind of like a trick. The biggest thing you want to think about is what determines that two strings can be the same, and then those three factors are: one, the length needs to be the same; two, they need to have the same characters; and three, there need to be the same amount of occurrences of characters, right? So if you think about that, then the rest of it becomes really easy. And I guess I'll just get into the code and kind of explain it as I go along. So first, I make two dictionaries. I make one for accounts one and one for accounts two. After that, I turn my first array and my second array both into sets. And then now I do my check to see the first condition, hey, is the length the same? So if the length is the same, if the length is not the same, it's going to return false, right? Because then you don't even want to check everything else. So that should be the first thing you check. After that, then I check if my sets are the same. And the reason I check if the sets are the same is because what it will do is that it will just give me like a list of every independent character. So it would be easy to check if we have the same characters no matter the occurrences. And after that, then I fill in two dictionaries with the amount of occurrences from both of the words, right? So now I have a key and I have a key and a value, and the key is going to be the letter, and then the value is going to be the amount of occurrences, right? So after that, I make two new variables called occurrence one and occurrence two, and I basically take the values, so all the occurrences of each character, and I put it into a list. And I say, hey, if these two lists are the same, then I know I have the same amount of occurrences, and then I can return if those were the same. And so that's basically what this does. And something that I fell into when I was doing this is that I accidentally left these as sets. And the problem with leaving this as a set is that if you have because in this case you're thinking more so about your occurrences. So if you have two occurrences of characters that are the same, then it's gonna get rid of one of them. So then the check wouldn't be accurate, and that's a problem I missed with like one or two of the test cases, and I ended up fixing it. And so that's basically what this does. And then so to get to the next part, so internship wise, I decided to apply for an IT help desk internship, you know, and yeah, I ended up applying to it today. We did it on Indeed, so that's that. And then one more thing for my project. Um, I decided today just to get some ideas for what I wanted to do, and I guess I could just talk through that because the notes I took are very messy. But basically, I was thinking of focusing my application more towards um, just studying, because trying to manage like tasks and trying to manage habits and trying to manage like study routines or whatever, it was just too much. I was like, okay, I realized with the apps that I went through, because I went through a lot of different examples, the ones that I liked were the most simple, right? They didn't have like too much and it was just, okay, here's the timer, here's what you got to do. And I really like that. Basically, this example, like, this is my favorite Pomodoro timer from everything I looked at, because it's just so simple. So I decided, let me focus on that simplicity and just give myself one goal of just doing a timer, being able to click somewhere, and have tasks, some of them that are preloaded from before that you can set, like, these are my daily tasks, or this is just something I just want to get done. And I think that really is what I need, and anything else is just going to be extra. And so, yeah.